Obviously, this is a new machine in the shop. It's a little Clausing 8540 horizontal. So that's a new addition, and just got a little job here that I actually am going to use it for. This pump here, it's seen better days, and the replacement, the shaft is actually I don't know, it looks like it's probably about 6 inches longer than what was on here. This one actually, now that I look at it, may have been modified originally as well. So I'm just going to put a new keyway in the pump here, and then we'll just cut it off. So what I've got in the vise here, I've got a 3/16 key in the shaft, and I've got that up against the fixed jaw. I've got a V-block holding the shaft, and then I've trammed it both for height and for squareness to the mill. And now we got to get set up for where the end of the shaft is going to be, and I'm going to use the mounting holes as the datum for that. So I just went through the machinery's handbook and keys and key seats section. And for a 5/8 diameter shaft, I need a 3/16 key. Checking the old pump there, I need a flat of about 1 1/4 inches. The depth of the key seat should be 3/32. And then with the 3/16 key installed, the distance across the key to the bottom of the shaft should be 709. I was going to try and use this stub arbor, but it's about, with the table, the way I've got it set up here with the table all the way in, it's about, I don't know, 1/2 inch short, so I'm gonna have to go to plan B. So what I did was I've calculated my center distance, which is, I got to move 406 thou from this edge here to get to the center of the shaft. And what I did was I just rotated the cutter here by hand, and just till I barely started to hear a witness there. So I've got that zeroed, and now I'm going to move over the 406. And so I'll lock the table there and just double check that. I'm going to measure that, see if I can figure out whether that's in the center. Should be by all the calculations, but we want to check it before we start cutting. Well, it looks pretty good. I'm going to, I just took 5 thou off of that, and everything seems to be working well. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a practice key seat down here at the end. And I've made up a key. I just want to double check it as I get it down to depth and make sure it looks good, and then we'll move down here and do the actual one. So the one thing I did do, I was climb milling. So I switched the cutter around, turned it backwards, and running in reverse here to go to conventional milling. Much better. And I've just got this key in there now, and it fits nice. And I should be probably within about 3 thou. I took that one down 90. I need 93 points. Yeah, 93 3/4 thou. I just want to measure that. Should be 709 when it's finished, so I'm anticipating we should be around 711 there now. You know, it's close, but my measuring technique here isn't the greatest. I'm showing 720 there. So I think what I'm going to do is down here at this end, I'm going to work that down and get that to the depth I want, and then zero the knee out, and that way when I come over here I'll just work to a zero there. So that's a nice fit there now, and I've been working this measurement down to what comes out of Machinery's Handbook, which is for a 5/8 shaft and a 3/16 key is 709 thou. And we got that right on. I did take a couple of passes to get there. I think what happens with tool pressure is I don't get the full effect of what I was raising the knee just with tool pressure and the arbor support system here. It wasn't quite reacting one-to-one, so or sorry, it was reacted one-to-one, but not from an initial set point. So I dialed it up. I think I took 3 final passes at that to get that to that measurement. So now we'll strip this down. We just got to cut this shaft to length and do some filing and stuff, and we got one more to do. Same thing. Overall, I'm very happy with the results here. Cut that keyway, put it in the saw, cut the shaft to the length off of the datum, which is the hole for the pump mount. A little bit of hand filing that you saw there, and I got a key in there ready to go, and we'll get these off to their final destination, and should work well.